Hey guys, LJ here from LJ Films and bringing you guys another setup here. And basically I did a setup which is a studio setup where the work is usually done on a studio where you have a lot of time and playing with stuff. This time this is more of my kitted out rig, my basically go to rig whenever there is a shooting going on. But this is something that is heavy and everything's attached on there, so you don't have to worry about going somewhere. It's basically, you can call this a ENG camera. So it has everything that I need to make this DSLR into a film camera. And as you can see, I have a 5-inch monitor here. This is a monitor from Lilliput, so this has been serving me well, very nice. And I have a microphone here, and usually I have my Tascam recorder onto my shoulder. I attach it right here, the shoulder pad. But I have to record this audio separately for a better sound, so sorry if this is along your way, but actually this is supposed to be on here. So what I basically did is that I wanted to make this rig as a bulldog style rig. What I mean by the bulldog style rig is CPM Filmtools has this setup. They have this thing called bulldog rig, where it basically is a shoulder rig, but the setup is low angle, so this basically helps you get a cinematic look rather than having it on your shoulders. And having it lower gives me more stability because it gives me one more point of contact. And basically I'll be going over how that basically looks like. So what I started out with was just a CPM Filmtools cage. This is the cage 1.0. Maybe I'll do a review on that soon, but it's just that this is my basic setup. Without this, I won't be able to do any of this kind of setup kind of thing. Because with the help of this CPM Filmtools cage, I was able to build up and add on. So first, I have a CPM Filmtools cage here, and what I have next is a handle. I picked this one up as well as from CPM Filmtools. I really like CPM Filmtools because they really create nice tools and rigs for quite a low price, and they're really high quality stuff. And I attach it a quick release here, which is a Giottos MH621, and basically that is my setup. So if I want to get this camera out, I could just quickly get it out and put it on a slider, monopod, stabilizer, anything like that. It is possible to transfer quickly. And what I have here at the bottom is a 12-inch rod. The rod system is aluminum, so it's not as light as carbon fiber, which I have here above. And for the follow focus, I have a defocus here. The reason why I put a blue gaffer tape around it is because at night it is really hard to see where the follow focus is, and having a bright color tape onto my focus gear really helps me to find where it is and able to keep everything in focus. And the lens gear from Jag 35 as well. And I'll be explaining why I have a handle on the right side right here if I have it on my shoulder later on. So this microphone is NT-G2 microphone. This is from Rode. I really like it. For its price, it performs really great. And a shock mount, which I reviewed on my gear guide episode, so you make sure to check that out because this shock mount is really helpful. Since that also has a quarter mount hole, what I did is that I adapted that to my rod system and a base plate for the rod system, so I can basically adapt it, a hot shoot into a rod system. And again, handles from City Proaim product, and a handle above again. When you really have a heavy rig, a shoulder rig setup, it is really useful to have a handle at the top because it really helps you, putting it back to your shoulder, getting it out, putting onto a tripod, holding it from the bottom. It is very useful to have a top handle. And I have a rail block. Here onto my rod system at the back, because I'll be explaining that in a while. Because this portion gives me another point of contact when I have it on my shoulders. So when I hold it, it basically puts the weight onto my chest. Okay, so what I'm going to do is demonstrate how it goes on my body. Basically, if I'm using it on a tripod, I usually have it one counterweight. That's because so that the tripod can balance itself, as you can see, like so. But if I want to have it on my shoulder, I really want the counterweight and the center point to be on my shoulder, so that because most of the weight will be on my shoulders than my hands and stuff. And again, this is a really heavy rig, so I have 5 pounds of counterweight here. Let me just attach that real quick and remove this tripod. Again, the top handle is really useful to get the rig out. And after I've got that out, I'll put this on my shoulders and I'll hold my handles on here. Again, this is more like an ENG and everything I need. So first, the monitor is right on my eyes, so I'll be able to look here rather than looking at the back of the LCD screen, which is really hard to see. And again, I can really hold this camera like a, ENG camera. Like as you can see, I can hold it with only one hand, and maybe I'll use my other hand for a cup of coffee or anything like that. And the 5-inch monitor is really helpful. I can really monitor it. And usually monitors should be in a quiet distance so that you can actually see it well, but since it's a 5-inch, I can really bring it up to my eyes. And the HDMI cable is connected to my camera. Again, the cage is really useful because you can still access through the SD card and the cables. And since I have the handles above, I can hold it like so. And while looking at the monitor, I can still access my follow focus and keep everything in focus. And the microphone is straight attached to my recorder or my camera, depending on what I am shooting. And this sun hood really helps me to black out the sun. And again, the reason why I have this on here, the handle, is that once I start to grab my handles on top, this gives me another point of contact on my elbows. This is not elbow, on my arm. Basically, I can wrap it around with my arm and hold my handles and have another point of contact, and I can really get that smooth shot. I've tried running around with this kind of setup. It really works and it really gives me the stable look. And again, I can push the whole rig on my chest, and again, there's another point of contact right here. And since if I don't have any kind of rail block, it might hurt my chest. Since I have a rail block on, I can able to push it on my body and have that stable look. This is not really a basic idea of hold it for like days or stuff, but I've tried shooting with this whole day long and I wasn't able to be even tired. And again, I can just quickly carry it and put it back on my tripod, and I'm good to go. And before I end this, quickly I just want to share with you how really easy it is for me to get the camera out and stuff, because rig is all about being compact and being able to be useful at times, because I don't want to have this set up always like this. I want to hold shoot it, because let's just say if I'm shooting weddings or documentaries, I really need to be able to be very fast, get the moment, so I don't want to miss any shots. Basically, this is a fully heavy setup kind of kit, so if I will be able to run around with this, it's gonna be tired. So I just want to get the camera out. So what I basically did is I can just quickly remove the HDMI cable and the microphone cable and release the quick release and get the camera out, and the camera is on my hand, and I can shoot handheld, or better, what I have here is a viewfinder from Carry Speed, and this is designed for 60D camera, and Cheesy Cam reviewed on this, so I was excited to pick one up. And what I can do is pop this on to my 60D and shoot on my eye. And what I really like about this viewfinder is that this really wraps around my eye rather than the LCD VF or other viewfinders. It kinda gives a little amount of hole where a sun can go inside and you'll be able to see well. But in this case, it really worth the money. For $60 you won't be able to find anything like this. Again, I can really put this camera into a stabilizer, a jib, a crane, a slider, a monopod, because I'm using all same quick release. So I can just pop this right back onto my rig right here. Just pop that right in and lock that down, and I'm good to go. That's very simple, and you always have to save time on the shooting days. So that was basically it. Thank you for watching this episode. Just quick video of my kitted out rig, and if you have any rig or any suggestions, leave it down as a comment, or you can feel free to email me and I will reply them as soon as I can. And that was pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.